The roar of race cars will be heard one last season at the Rockford Speedway. The news comes after the Deary family announces it's selling the property. Sports director Scott Leber has more on the end of an era.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engine!
Racing has been going strong at the Rockford Speedway since May of 1948. In 1957, the Deary family arrived on the scene with patriarch Hugh Deary taking a part-time job as an usher and ticket taker. In 1959, Hugh and his wife Jody bought an ownership share in the Speedway. In 1966, they took over full ownership. It was a family business run by the entire family that included 8 children. But now, 8 months after the passing of Jody, the family has decided to sell.
Just the neighborhood is squishing in on us, and it would be nice to continue. However, David and I are getting old, and there really isn't anybody, we don't have any kids that want to take over.
It just kind of all came together. There's nothing magic about it. It's just time.
There will be one final season of racing at the Speedway, a last lap season they're calling it. Then the nearly 50 acres of land will be transferred to HJS Development for commercial development. For decades, the Rockford Speedway was surrounded by farmland. Commercial development has boomed around the Speedway over the last 15 years, making the land at the track prime for more commercial growth.
Did the family feel pressure from the community, from the politicians, from the developers to turn this land over?
Over the years, honestly, the last 20 years that's been happening.
Would your mother approve of this? Would she understand why this has to happen?
Absolutely. She was in the beginning of the conversations with Shorewood. She was involved in those. And
the biggest challenge that she had, and the Speedway still has, is to maintain this facility and to pay the taxes is very, very expensive. The burden on just keeping the business running was just at the tipping point.
Some of the most famous NASCAR racers in history have raced or appeared at the Rockford Speedway over the years. Bobby Allison, Dale Earnhardt, Mark Martin, and even the King, Richard Petty. This news of the Speedway closing is painful for generations of drivers and fans who grew up at this track.
I certainly appreciate the commitments, especially the teams, the racers.
A lot of fans and drivers are heartbroken. What can you say to them?
I'm so sorry. That's the hard part. That's what breaks my heart.
So what comes next for the Rockford Speedway? As Scott mentioned, the nearly 50-acre property will undergo commercial development. Our Jess Lipson was learning more about that. He'll have more coming up a little bit later. Meanwhile, it was a mix of emotions. Sad to announce the end of this iconic landmark, but the opportunity to redevelop the area has people excited about the future. Around 5 years ago, the Deary family, the owners of the track, began talking with Shorewood Development about selling the Speedway. Years later, that plan's in motion. The redevelopment will start at the conclusion of the 2023 racing season, also known as the finale at Rockford. We were talking to the developers earlier today about those plans, which include developing the front of the Speedway later this year before the season's over.
Our firm really specializes in retail development, commercial development. Strip centers anchored by restaurants, quick service restaurants. Grocery store, grocery anchored shopping centers. So we had a real interest in the front part of it. The front part. And then the rear, we just really brought in a lot of experts in whether it's residential or industrial or office or medical. We're really exploring what to do on this back part of it.
Coming up at 5, we'll hear more from the developers and have them explain the importance of making the redevelopment something Loves Park residents can take pride in.